Hello everyone, welcome back to another edition of Wordle with Art. And before I spin the wheel, I just wanted to thank everybody who just spent the last 3 hours with me on my first live stream. It went, I think, great. I would love to get your guys' feedback on anything that you think could be improved, maybe just in terms of the flow, the style of the gameplay, you name it. But fortunately, we did not encounter too many, if any, technical glitches, which was the one thing I was super scared about. But it was really cool. And if you would like to watch that video, I do believe it's now offline under the live streams. It's going to be 3 hours long, so you might not necessarily want to see the whole thing, but definitely just kind of go into some random parts. And I think you will be amazed at how well everybody played tonight. And I'm happy to announce that, believe it or not, we had a $100 winner. And we also had a $50 winner, and I think we had a couple $20 winners. So a lot of money was given out at our first live stream Wordle event. So thank you so much, guys, for participating. All right. So having said that, I am a little bit fried. It was pretty stressful from my end because there's a lot of things I could have done to screw up, but it did go well. So let's go ahead and spin this wheel and see what the Wordle gods have preordained for me to enter into today's Wordle. They have given me flora and fauna, haven't they? Yes, it was right on the line there. Flora and fauna obviously is green because it's a biology-related word. And as we know, flora are all the available animals that populate a particular ecosystem. Or I apologize, flora are the plants and fauna are the animals. There you go, guys. Now you know how tired I am. It's going to be hard, okay? So this is literally the last pair of words I wanted before solving today's Wordle. You've got F's duplicated. You've got A's duplicated at the end. And then you get, well, at least we get the, look, here's how I look at it. The bottom line is flora is not bad. And then what do we add on to that? We can add on the U and the N. So effectively, we're using 7 out of the available 10 letters. So we're working on kind of like 70% strength is how I look at it. So let's just go ahead and see what happens. I mean, you never know, right? You just never know. And so let's close out of that. And as always, let's just simply transition to our Wordle wheel. And here it is. So that's looking good. All right, so flora and fauna. I'm a little nervous on this one. Okay. So actually, that wasn't terrible, was it? It did get me an L and an A, and we locked in the A. So you know what? That wasn't half bad, was it, guys? That wasn't half bad at all. Let's see here. What could we do with this? So we basically have a L and an A. A locked in second. It could begin with L. Let's see about that. Now, if it began with L, we could do, what could we do? Well, we could do, we could do something cute like latte. We could do something cute like latte. Couldn't we? That's not terrible. That's not terrible. I'm sure it's a valid word. It does put the L in front. It tests the T and the E. The only downside, of course, is just that we're duplicating the T. But I sort of feel like that's a good guess. Let's go for it. Yeah, I'll take it. That was great. Okay, I think that was really good. So now we can probably begin it with a T. And then if we went T-A-L, I don't see it ending with something T-A-L-E. I don't see that working. So that means that, let's see, it wouldn't go T-A-E. That doesn't look right. Interesting. It's too bad it's not lathe, of course, but all those letters are out of position. Ooh, this is a little tricky. Now, this is funny. Soleil. That's a funny one. I know that that's supposed to be a really good starter word. I just don't know if that would be one of Wordle solutions because it is a somewhat esoteric word. On the other hand, it really does help position those letters for me. Um, but you know what? You know what? Maybe we could do valet. Maybe we could do valet, because I just don't feel like it's going to use such an obscure word. Of course, I'm going to be killing myself if it turns out that it was soleil, but I'm going to go with valet, parking. And we'll be absolutely thrilled if that were the answer. Yes! Woo! Oh my gosh! I'm really psyched about that one. I'm very psyched about that one. And I'm really happy with that last little decision I made because, soleil, it's just a really obscure word. I think I looked it up once. I can barely remember the meaning. I think it has something to do with a room. But beyond that, I really can't say. But you know what? Let's just, for the fun of it, let's just see what on earth this word means. Soleil. It doesn't even have a opening definition. Look, it's so obscure. It doesn't even have like an opening definition. Okay, guys, it's a light round helmet extending over the back of the neck. So I was completely wrong about it being some sort of a room. Okay, but I'm very happy with that guess, especially after the flora and the fauna. I think that was pretty darn good. Of course, as always, we do have to see if we did as well as Scoredle. It's very hard to beat Scoredle because it does start off with that slate all the time. So let's see here. We had valet as the answer. We had flora. We had fauna. We had latte. And then we had valet. And yeah, Scoredle did beat me. I'm not too upset about that. That's okay. It only beat me by one. So valet got us down to flora with a whopping 659 guesses. Yeah, fauna did very little to help that. Maybe a factor of 2.5 or so. Latte was good. Latte was very strong. In fact, yeah. So yeah, latte was great, and it brought me down to 5. And that's funny. It does have soleil in the list. Tails would not be a good guess because it does not use plurals. Palette. I believe that's palette. But a funny spelling of palette. I don't know if I've seen that one. And then tails, I would have never thought of that. So in effect, I think I basically got it down to the only legitimate guess. Even though I was considering soleil, I just didn't see that as a viable answer. So it is valet. I'm really psyched about that, especially considering how burned out I feel right now after the 3 hours of live streaming. It was incredibly fun, but without any breaks or anything to eat. I am a little bit burned out, but I had to get the Wordle video done first. So now, guys, if you don't have any profound objection, I am going to say, yes, give me your path to victory. And we will see each other tomorrow with yet another version of Wordle with Art, because I do need to take off now, get something to eat, and get some rest. So have a good one, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow.